Good. Shalom. Yahba Shem Yahshua Barakatum to all the brothers. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Latah Shem Yahshua to all the sisters. I'm priest and officer Mataza with the I.S.U.P.K, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge on the D Company, 5th One West Harlem, New York. We've been doing this since 1969. Let's bring the truth to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Today is a high holy day. Today is a memorial blowing of the trumpets, right? This is something that we've done throughout our generations. You know, this is different than what they do in Christianity. So what we do, we teach our people exactly what we did before we were enslaved, what we were required to do from the very beginning. That's what we've come back to start doing again, right? So before we begin, we'll go ahead and blow this trumpet to signify what we usually do. Salat. Most High. Officer Warrior, go ahead and give me Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1. Tell them what kind. Can y'all hear me out there? I'm not trying to get too loud, but okay, Most High in Christ. Go ahead and read that one there.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying unto them, Concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts.
Okay, right here. So what we're getting ready to see, what we're getting ready to go through is the Lord's high holy days. His feast days that he ordained for us as a nation of people, right? The so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. This is what the Most High God charged us with. When he says proclaim, no matter where we went, as far as captivity, we're to proclaim these days as high holy days and convocations unto the Most High God. So these are his feasts, right? Go ahead and continue reading.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath day. But it's the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. Ye shall work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings.
Right there. So 6 days shalt thou work, and on the seventh day shall be a day of rest to you. Now, unlike what Christianity has taught our people, have our people out here doing Sunday worship. It says 6 days shalt thou work, rest. Sunday being the beginning of the day of the week, beginning day of the week, Salakia. I'm over here like beginning, right? Salakia. The beginning day of the week is Sunday, and we know 6 days from there, the seventh day will be the Sabbath day or Saturday, right? So no work shall be done in that day, and all your dwelling.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 4. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons.
Go ahead, continue reading.
Verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover. Verse 6. 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord. 7 days must ye eat unleavened bread.
Pause right there. Right there, a holy convocation. It says in the 14th day of us believing out here is we're gonna have the beginning of the year and the dead middle of winter. When everything's dying, when everything's still in the process of decaying and cold in the winter, they call that the beginning of the year. It doesn't make sense. The beginning of the year is Easter. Everything's starting brand new, right? So we have the Lord's Passover. We have that every year. It's marvelous, right? And after that, of course, the Feast of Unleavened Bread is to commemorate the time that the Most High God delivered us from Egypt. And we know the Most High God is going to do the same thing when he delivers us from America and these wicked nations, right? Go ahead, continue reading.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 7. In the first day ye shall have an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. Verse 8. In the 7th day is a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. Verse 9. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 10, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then shall ye bring us a sheaf of the first fruit harvest unto the priest. Verse 11. And he shall wave the seed before the Lord to be accepted for you. On the morrow after the Sabbath, the priest will wave it.
Right there. Well, right there. So right there, there's the first feast room, right? Feast of first fruit, the first of a harvest. Everything first. Remember, at that time, the Levites didn't have an inheritance, so their inheritance was us giving the increase, the first fruits that we bring it to them, and the first loaves, and they would eat thereof. Right. Go ahead, continue reading.
Come on. It is chapter 23, verse 11. So verse 12. And ye shall offer that day when ye wave the seed and a he lamb without blemish of the first year offerings unto the Lord. Verse 13. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2 tended dills of fine flour mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto the Lord for a sweet savor. An offering thereof shall be of wine, and 4th part of hin. Verse 14. And ye shall eat neither bread nor parched corn, nor green ears of the selfsame day that ye have brought an offering unto your God. It shall be a salute. It shall be a statute for ever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the seed of the wave offering. 7 Sabbath shall be complete. Verse 16. Tomorrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. Verse 17. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2. They shall be a fine flour. They shall be baking with leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Lord. Verse 18. They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Lord, with their meat offering and their drink offering, even an offering made by fire of sweet savor unto the Lord.
Oh, right there. So what we're seeing right here is these are the again high holy days that Most High God has given us, the nation of Israel. What you will not see, after we read that the amount of scriptures we read, what you will not see, you won't see any Valentine's Day, you won't see any Christmas, you don't see Thanksgiving, you don't see none of these things. And see what you realize is in this wicked world, they promise you, they tell you that you can serve God any way you want to serve him. You can serve him on Thanksgiving. The Most High God's gonna be appreciative that you even mention his name on these days. And that's how wicked this nation is. Not one person wants to uphold the days the Most High God has set for us, but yet they want to keep their days and throw his name on. The while again from the commanding Yahanna, when he's done with these captains and these priests here in I.S.U.P.K. because what we're doing here is we're again bringing back those things which were done before, right? The things that are required of us as a nation of people. And to watch the Most High God for leaving us the answers, because that's all we got to do. He gave the book right here with all the answers. All we got to do is open it up and do what He told us to do. Right? That's why they call them commandments. It wasn't a question. It wasn't, hey, do you mind? Which means get it done. Right? Go ahead and continue reading. You're doing an excellent job reading too. Go ahead.
Come. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 19. Then ye shall sacrifice one kind of goat offering and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offerings. Verse 20. And the priest shall wave with them the bread of the first fruit, wave offering before the Lord. With 2 lambs, they shall be holy to the Lord for the priest. Verse 21. On the self same day, that it may be a holy convocation unto you, ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your generations. Verse 22. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean rid the corners of thy field. When thou reapest, neither shalt thou gather in gleaning of thy harvest. Thou
They're all about money and dollar bills. They don't care about the people, right? They create problems and they create solutions that you have to pay to get. It's just a cycle, right? But the Most High God is just magnificent in everything He's done. What you got to understand is this wisdom right here. This is our knowledge. It makes us better than every. When I say this, what makes us better than every nation. This right here, by us keeping these commandments, this is our wisdom. This is our knowledge. Doing these things will make the other nations fathom. Look how great this nation is. Because what they once did that. But we went on Most High God, right? So now they look at us and they're like, where's their God now? But guess what? Our God's still here, right? And that's the reason we're able to come back and do these laws, statutes, commandments like we're doing right now. But even then, just look at how he always thinks of, it's always about being selfless. See, this wicked world is about being selfish. So everything we do in this is about being selfless.
That's
right? Go ahead and continue reading.
Leviticus verse 23. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 24, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the first day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of the trumpets, and holy convocation. Verse 25. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
Real quick, jump to Numbers chapter 10, verse 1. So what we're going to do is right now, that's what we're doing right now is a memorial blowing of the trumpets, right? It's a holy convocation unto the Most High God, right? We're gonna show a few instances in which we blow the horn, right? Because the horn represents different things as far as what the Most High God wanted to do. It can be to let you know, like an alarm clock. Hey, it's time to be here. It's time to be there. All right. So if you go ahead and you there yet? Okay, let me know when you get there. These horns play a significant part in how we conduct ourselves as a nation of people, right? Y'all see in the Sabbath service before we start horn, right? Why? To signify why? To wake up Israel. Hey, we're getting ready to start this class, Israel. Wake up, right? That's what we're doing, right? So, like, go ahead and read what you got.
Numbers chapter 10, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, of silver, of whole piece shalt thou make them, that thou mayest use them for the calling of the assembly, and for the journey.
And also for the journey, when we get ready to go set forth and go out, right? Blow the horns. Right. Go ahead and continue reading.
Numbers chapter 10, verse 3. And when they shall blow with them, all the assembly shall assemble themselves to thee at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation.
All right, go ahead and continue reading.
Verse 4. And if they blow, but with one trumpet, then the princes which are heads of the thousands of Israel shall gather themselves unto thee.
See right there. So now we're trying to set a differentiation between how we blow the horns, right? We see there was the princes of thousands, right? Because we understand we've always been a war nation, a warlord nation, a nation of warlords and priests.
That's right.
Thousands, right? Captains of thousands, 500s, right? 10,000s. We've always moved militant. That's how we move as a nation of people. This thing that Christianity has done it seems so effeminate and weak every time they get up there and they teach this their version of the Bible. And they want to use the weak Caesar Borgia and his disciples, and they walk around they're soft the entire time. That's not how we moved, Israel. Right. We were men. We were warlords with, how you say it, purpose.
That's right.
Right? That's right. Go ahead and continue reading.
Numbers chapter 10, verse 5. When ye blow in alarm, then the camps that on the east parts shall go forward. Verse 6. When ye blow an alarm the second time, then the camps that lie on the south side shall take their journey. They shall blow for their journeys. Verse 7. But when the congregation is to be gathered together, ye shall blow, but ye shall not sound an alarm. Verse 8.
Pause right there. So again, what we're saying is that these are ways that they were communicating among the camps. The main camp blow the horn once. It signifies the east camp. Hey, you need to move out, right? You blow it twice, it lets the southern camp know, hey, you need to move. And then on that part, the southern camp will then blow back and let you know, hey, we got the message, we moving out type deal. Right? They're not just toys. They're not just something that looks good. And we just set them out here and like, look at that. It's a chauffeur. No, these things were used by the Lord and used by the men of the Lord to communicate and to get things done. All right? Go ahead and continue reading.
Numbers chapter 10, verse 8. And the sons of Aaron, the priest, shall blow with the trumpets, and they shall be to you for an ordinance for throughout your generation. Verse 9. If ye go to war in your land against the enemy oppresseth you, your God, and ye shall be saved from your enemies.
Right there. We shall be saved from our enemies, right? So not only when we use them for memorial, gathering, or assembly, we also use them in war times, right? And when it says an ordinance, that's the saying that's a law. Like that's throughout your generations forever. This is what we're going to be doing as a nation of people, is blowing this shofar for the assembly, to gather ourselves, to give charge on where to move and how to move, right? And also even in the land of horns, right? Because we're proclaiming these holy convocations wherever we've been scattered to. It's not just something we do in Israel, because you let the Christians tell you that you wait for God to get back to do all these righteous things. You waiting to die to get to heaven. Everything about what they teach us is hurry up and wait. When I say hurry up and wait, it's lackadaisical. You're just sitting around playing. That's not what the Most High God said. Everything that He's given us causes action, causes us to get up and move. Go ahead, continue read.
Numbers chapter 10, verse 10. Also in the gladness, in your solemn days, and in the beginning of your months, ye shall blow with the trumpet over your burnt offerings, and over your sacrifices, and over your peace offerings, that they may be to you for a memorial before your God. I am the Lord your God. Verse 11. And it came to pass on the...
That's a lot. You pause right there. Go ahead and jump back to Leviticus chapter 23, verse 25. So again, we just showed a couple of examples on how Israel. And again, this is a holy convocation, right? The memorial blowing of the trumpets the Most High God has given to His people, right? So I can go ahead and continue reading. You got that? Go ahead.
Leviticus 25. But ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. Verse 26. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 27. Also on the 10th day, in the 7th month, there shall be of anointment. It shall be an holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. Verse 28. And if ye do not work, and ye shall not do work in that same day, for it is a day of anointment, to make an anointment for atonement for you before the Lord your God. Verse 29, His people. Verse 30, and whatsoever soul it shall be that doeth work any in the same day, in that same day, the same soul I will destroy from among His people. Verse 31, ye shall do no manner of work, it shall be a statute for forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and it shall and ye shall afflict your souls in that 9th day in the month at even, from even unto even shall ye celebrate your Sabbath. verse
Pause
33.
right there. So what we just went over is the Day of Atonement. Now we do have the Day of Atonement coming up, right? Now we understand we're here, of course, rehearsing righteous acts of the Most High God. Now, when the Day of Atonement comes up, I just want to go ahead and hit on this. If you're taking medications, if you know you got kids, do understand, fast that day. Go without food and water. Let me talk to 12 verse 30 real quick. Because what I did was, again, if you look at the world and how they move, they tell us that we can do whatever we want to and God's going to love us, right? That's what they teach. You can do whatever you want to. God's going to meet you where you're at. Because the Most High God actually says, draw nigh to me, then I'll draw nigh to you. The way you draw nigh to the Most High God is by coming back and keeping these high holy days, by coming back and doing what He has commanded us. That's how you draw nigh. This whole idea of Him coming to meet you and you just, but again, just to show that you can't serve the Most High God any way you want to. That's why they're called commandments. Go ahead and read what you got.
Deuteronomy chapter 12, verse 30. So like after that, they be destroyed from before thee.
Pause right there. So the them that the Most High God is talking about is when we're coming over into our land, we were destroying our enemies. He said the Most High God warning us about.
Deuteronomy chapter 12, verse 30, continue. In that thou, Salaki, in that thou inquire not after their gods.
It doesn't matter. The Most High God has given us exactly how He wants to be worshipped. See, what Christianity does, like I said, the world, they got you out here believing that, oh, you can just slap God's name on it and you'll be A-okay. The scripture right here.
Deuteronomy chapter 12, verse 30, continue. Even so, I will do likewise. So like verse 31, thou shalt not.
You will not serve me the way these nations have served their gods. You will not begin to keep Christmas and slap my name on it. You're not going to be able to do Valentine's Day and say it's of God. You're not going to be able to move like that, right? Go ahead, continue reading.
Deuteronomy chapter
Most High, this should show you the Most High God is not playing when it comes to keeping His commandments. Now, we have to the Most High God has given us mercy and grace. There was no time. There was no grace. You were instantly put to death type deal. You feel me? Right? Go ahead and read what you got.
Leviticus chapter 10, verse 1. Censer and put fire therein, and put and put incense there, and offer of strange fire before the Lord.
What they already do is high priests, because their job is to hold the service of the Most High God. And here they come with a strange fire that the Most High God commanded them not to use. Go ahead, continue read.
Leviticus chapter 10, verse 2. Died before the Lord.
And they died before the Lord. Well, Israel, you got to understand, it is key for us to keep these high holy days that we were reading here in Leviticus chapter 23, right? All these high holy, right? But that concludes my class. I'm Priest and Officer Mutazo with the I.S.U.P.K, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under the commanding during Yahanna. Again, we started at 125th 1 West Harlem, New York. We're doing this 1969. It's breaking up.